in saying that, how do we deal with temptation? So I'd say that what I learned coming from a Catholic background and then becoming a born-again Christian is I learned what my weakness was, and I also learned that evil does exist and that Satan is prowling around. And I didn't really have that perspective, and I would have looked at life a lot differently, and I would have protected myself or did things a lot differently had I known about evil, had I known about Satan, had I known about, you know, that is like there's a constant battle going on in the world and around us. And had I known that, I would have looked at the world differently and I would have acted differently. So what I've seen is that Satan knows the Bible inside and out, upside down, generations, 2000, like he's been studying it 2000 years, God's strongest like previous angel until he was a fallen angel. So he knows your generational issues. He knows what's going on in your family. He knows what's going on in your family line. He knows what's going on in your mind, your body, your soul. He knows what challenged your ancestors. He knows what challenged your aunts, your mothers, your grandparents, your all 2000 years linked to you. He knows your weakness. He knows us. He knows us better than we know ourselves because he's been around. And not only that, he knows the Bible and he knows how to manipulate us and trick us so that we fall prey to our weakness. And he knew what my weakness was. So my weakness was, if I could share my testimony a little bit, and then I'll share keys of what we can do to battle temptation and to trust ourselves again. So he knew that my weakness was that I believed, and I still do on some level, obviously, because we're creations of God's creation, but I believed this lie in the world that everyone is good. God created us all. So it is true. This is another thing about Satan. He will take the truth and twist it just enough that we get tricked and we fall into temptation or are harmed in some way. So I believe that everybody's good and everybody deserves a chance and everybody is from God. And I really just didn't believe that people could be that evil. Maybe they might have a psychological problem or something is wrong that way, but I just didn't think that people could be evil or people could actually worship Satan or people could actually harm people on purpose. Like I really genuinely didn't believe that there were bad people in the world. I just thought some people are lost. And some people, there is no Satan and there is no evil and there can't be. Like, I just always wanted to believe in the good and believe in the good of people and believe in their goodness and that give everybody a chance. So what that did was I allowed my doors to be too open. Like I widened my gate and my path and my doors were too wide open to anything. So I was open-minded. I'm still open-minded, but I was too open-minded to the world and its ideas and its, gurus and its like offers and its people. And I just didn't think people would manipulate, cheat, steal, or destroy you in any way. And the reason is because I wasn't prepared with the Bible that Satan does exist, didn't know his ways, didn't know his tricks, didn't know his plan, didn't know that I had to be aware and awake and prepared for this to protect myself in the battle of life. And that God would protect me from all of this, but I needed to be aware and awake before he can protect me. I needed to know the devil's strategy or evil existed in order to protect myself from it. I couldn't be in denial about it. So Satan knew and evil knew that was my weakness. My weakness was that I was never on guard enough to protect myself and was always like this, okay, yay, like too trusting and too giving everybody a benefit of a doubt, where he would attack me in many different ways and attack my family, attack me, attack my mind, attack my body. So I would deal with anxiety or depression and wouldn't understand why, because I'm a good person and everybody's a good person. And if everybody's a good person and I'm such a good person, I'm doing so many good things, why am I being attacked? Why am I in so much pain? Why am I confused? Why is this happening to me? It didn't make any sense to me. So Satan knew my weakness, okay? And I didn't know his strategy. So he knows my weakness. I didn't know his strategy. I'm dead in the water. So I struggled for many years because of my weakness. And in my weakness, Satan and the world was able to tempt me. There were many temptations. There were many like shiny, bright things that would confuse me, whether it's a success or a career or whatever it was. It was like things that he would confuse me with, right? So the question that was asked to me, like, how do we protect ourselves from temptation? How are we going to protect ourselves from temptation? And not only that, how do we even trust ourselves again after we've been tempted or made mistakes or had challenges? Like, how do we even trust ourselves again? So I came to a place like, I stopped trusting myself because I kept like trusting everybody, and then they'd want so much or hurt me so much or cause so much pain that I was just like, I can't even trust myself anymore. I don't know what decision to make. I don't know if I'm making the right decision. I don't know if I'm confused. I'm becoming insecure because I just didn't understand if I'm making how to make the right decisions, because I'm trusting everybody and getting hurt left, right, and center. So I didn't understand what to do. And I was being exhausted and weakened, and that's the plan of the enemy. So that's the plan of evil. So what I had to learn was that, one, I was learning that the Bible was real. I was learning that it was history. I was learning that God gave us a manual to learn about how to protect ourselves or be aware of how to protect ourselves in this world or what's going to happen and what's coming. So I started to learn that the Bible is real and believing in God's promises and that it was real. And also I accepted the fact that evil is real and that yes, God made all people. And yes, we were all born innocent and good. And he can forgive any single person, like he can forgive any single one of us at any moment. But it doesn't mean that there aren't human beings on this planet that are serving evil intentionally and unintentionally. It means that he showed me that evil does exist. Satan does exist. It is real. And if I don't know that, then I can't protect myself, and I'm not awake and aware and ready and protecting myself and my family. So in saying that, I think that Satan had his way with me my whole life because I wasn't aware of his existence. I gave so many people the benefit of the doubt too many times, and we can and we will and we forgive, but we still need to protect ourselves. So I stopped trusting myself. I stopped believing in myself. I stopped trusting my decisions. I started questioning everything that I do, and I lost confidence in myself. And then when you lose confidence in yourself, you lose, that relationship within yourself as well.